If you have watched the seminar on Tawzer Dog from back in 2008, you will notice I do some things differently in my videos. Firstly, since our goal is to encourage movement, I want to give the cat the opportunity to be able to move. I'm also dealing with cats that are adults, so they are bigger. I'm therefore providing the most cage area possible. As knowledge has evolved about species-specific needs and the importance of choice in behavioral health, I feel it is counterproductive to keep an animal in a small enclosed space. I therefore used a full cat condo and have added a dog crate to the front. Shelter guidelines for standards of care promote having more floor area, so this is coherent with that. Secondly, I use calming signals to help the cat show me some in return. I don't start by standing facing the cage and staring. I angle my body sideways, I make tired eyes and blink a lot, instead of observing with big round eyes. I do head turns, and if all else fails, a big yawn to the side. That usually gets them exhibiting some movement. It's the start of a conversation. I feel standing straight and staring is the equivalent of an increasing criteria in positive reinforcement. You want to make it the easiest possible for your learner to succeed in giving you the behaviors you want. I use distance for this purpose, but also calming signals. The downside to head turns and yawning is that you lose sight of the cat briefly, and that's when they are likely to give you the behaviors you want. I realized this when I filmed myself and looked at the video afterwards. It's a delicate balance I need to learn to master. Thirdly, I don't make the brush a required step. Once I have a cat who will eat in my presence and shows interest in me by coming up to me while she's in the cage, I can choose to let her out. But petting is not required to have happened at that point. Consent to petting is important if we don't want to train the cat to fear human hands. Petting can come after trained behaviors using positive reinforcement as we are building a relationship. Also, not all cats like to be petted. If I impose petting on them, I would then pair myself with an aversive. Fourth, once I can be near enough the cage with the cat being more comfortable, I will start pairing myself with play if I see the cat is enjoying it. I feel this is a bit like ping-ponging duration in husbandry training. If we make every trial more difficult, it just becomes too hard for our learner. I can be relatively far enough from the cage when playing with a wand toy. This gives the animal something else to think about for a little while I'm there. I also make sure to ping-pong distance between successive trials for the same purpose. That being said, me going away will still likely be reinforcing at this point. I like to compare this to a blind date. No matter how well it is going, you're hitting it off, laughing, having a good time. The 5 minutes you will get apart when one of you gets up to go to the bathroom will still make you go, ah. You'll have a big smile on your face because it's going so well, but you still will appreciate the little time off from that person you don't really know, and you will only be more happy to see them come back. It's the same thing with that cat. They are starting to like having you around, but it doesn't mean they don't enjoy seeing you. Give them a break. Gradually, once you are able to be close without being too scary to the cat, you can also start leaving different treats to find out what are reinforcers for that particular individual. That's a first move towards positive reinforcement as you are leaving negative reinforcement behind.